The Chinese have long had links with the Malay Peninsula. Its strategic location, a convenient midway point for Chinese traders plying the east-west route. Even now, commerce is at the heart of the relationship, with Malaysia counting China as its biggest trading partner. But of late, the actions of Malaysia's new Prime Minister Mahathir Mohamad, who came into power in May, has concerned China. Mahathir has suspended 3 Chinese-led projects and said earlier this week he was aiming to scrap or at least renegotiate the deals.
It was a crucial part of the platform on which Pakatan Harapan, which now leads the federal government, was elected upon. There were perceptions that these projects, that the contracts governing them were lopsided, that it wasn't favorable to Malaysia, that it could probably exacerbate our debt or even jeopardize our sovereignty.
The contracts were signed by the previous government led by Najib Razak, who's been charged with corruption and money laundering. Officials are investigating whether the previous administration used money from the projects to repay debts owed by the scandal-ridden Fund 1MDB set up by Najib.
The ECRL.
Of the 3 projects that have been suspended, the biggest is the $20 billion East Coast Rail Link, which would connect the eastern states of Peninsular Malaysia with the capital Kuala Lumpur and southern Thailand. It's part of China's so-called Belt and Road Initiative, an ambitious plan to link it with Europe and Africa through a network of ports, roads and railways. Analysts say Chinese officials desire to see the initiative succeed, where projects in other countries have hit hurdles, may influence how they view Mahathir's request.
If both sides could come to some sort of compromise in terms of the construction costs, in terms of, for example, the future types of investments, I think Malaysia and China's economic cooperation will still forge ahead.
A Malaysian government advisor visited Beijing last month to lay the groundwork for Mahathir's first visit to China since his election. Ultimately, the 2 countries need each other. Malaysia wants to reduce its debt, but not at the expense of future investments. China needs a friend and ally in the region. Just recently, the Chinese Foreign Ministry said any disagreements between the 2 countries should be resolved through talks, an indication perhaps that China is willing to renegotiate the terms of its deals with Malaysia. Florence, Looi, Al Jazeera, Kuala Lumpur.